women and men of Australia, we gather as one united party, ready to serve, ready to lead, ready for government. Mr Turnbull says he's got this in the bag. He claims he's already won it. I say to him, never underestimate Labor. You ain't seen anything yet, has he? I wish I had time to name every member of my executive and every member of caucus, because every single name speaks for hard work, outstanding policies and complete unity of purpose. Compare these men and women, these names and their ideas to Scott Morrison, Peter Dutton, Michaelia Cash, there's Brandis, Tony Abbott, Corey Bernardi, Christopher Pyne. In fact, I wish I had time to name all of them as well. We've got the best people, we've got the best policies, and we've got the best plan to pay for them. We are being accountable and responsible for every single dollar. Only policies that we can fund, only policies our country can afford. We will not be a big spending government. We will be a government for the fair go, fully paid for, bringing down the deficit each and every year, saving more than we spend over the decade, returning the budget to balance at the same time as our opponents, and each and every year thereafter, our surpluses will be bigger and stronger, and we will pay down the public debt faster. The Australian economy needs a real jobs plan, because from Western Sydney to Northern Tassie, from regional Queensland and the Hunter Valley to the suburbs of Perth, the Australians finding it hardest to find a job are young people under 25 looking for their first start, and workers over 55 displaced by change, stranded by change, looking for another chance. And of course the parents and carers returning to work after more than 6 months away. Labor is determined to do more to help people find work in a changing economy, not by waffling about agility, but just getting on and doing the job. Not talking about jobs, doing something to create them. Hope is not found in a three-word slogan. Hope is an unemployed Australian finding a job. Labor gives Australians hope. You know who I'm talking about. In the hard Scrabble suburbs and postcodes of this country, where perhaps the family unit isn't working as well as we'd like it to, or those older migrant workers in the great factories of Australia, who 30 and 40 years came off the boat and into our factories and delivered us our standard of living. We are a more imaginative country than we give ourselves credit for. My policies, our policies to small business and to job seekers is one and the same. Labor believes in you and we will invest in you. Not new paperwork, just new jobs. And the only three-word slogan I want to see and hear a lot more about in the next 3 years is Made in Australia. It is an outrage when the Liberals say that money doesn't make a difference in education. Let us win this election so we put to bed forever the argument that funding schools is not an investment in our future. Better service, faster speeds, an end to the buffering and connection nightmare. You know why I say this and why we pledge this? Because world-class technology is only just good enough for Australia, and no leader worth their salt will ever sell you second best when Australians deserve the best. If our country achieves nothing else in the next decade but true equality for the women of Australia, we will be the richest nation in the world in every sense of the word. Equality for women will be a national mission for my government. And we want Australia to be that equal society, and that is what the Labor Party believes in the heart of its DNA, equal treatment for the women of Australia. We will gift every Australian an equal right in respect of love, nothing less. But today I say to you, that isn't true. Now, politics is not perfect. It never was and it never will be. But if you want to know why this election will make a difference to you, your family, your street, your workplace, to Australia's future, I can give you the answer of why politics matters in one word: Medicare. $100 for a mammogram. $300 in diagnosis costs for a woman fighting breast cancer. Over $1,000 for an Aussie dealing with melanoma. Labor will not stand by idly and accept this attack on Medicare, on GPs, on specialists, on nurses and on patients. I will unfreeze the GP rebate so every Australian can afford to see the doctor without paying Mr Turnbull's backdoor GP tax. And today, I announce that an incoming Labor government will reverse Mr Turnbull's cuts to pathology and diagnostic imaging, because when you are in the fight of your life, when your family member is in the fight of their life, you need a government on your side, and we will be that government. Medicare is not just another business. It is everyone's business. It belongs to all of us. It belongs in public hands. This election is a battle for our generation of true believers. It's our time, our chance to be more than just a face in the crowd, our chance to make this a better country, our moment to dig a little deeper, to try a little harder, to be part of something bigger than just ourselves. We can win this election if we give it every ounce of our energy. We will be a Labor government that will always put people first in the finest tradition of this great country we all love together. Putting people first. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
But no man, even in that circumstance, has a right to touch her. No man has a right to touch her. Period. Period. Period.